What's up, everybody? This is Vera, and today we're talking about the Galactic Federation. I guess I'm gonna have to kind of give you a backstory so you can understand how I would know that the Galactic Federation is coming in November, and why you should even trust me at all. One, I'm not saying trust me at all. Two, I'm not saying believe me. Just make your own mind up and discern with your heart. So basically, alright, I'm Vera. I'm 24 years old now, and I've been on my spiritual journey for about 4 years. I give the backstory in more detail in over the course of multiple videos. You can watch the Reincarnated Saints video, you can watch the story of Vera video. I'm gonna make another video in a second. I don't know what it's gonna be named yet. You can watch the diasporic period video as well and get some kind of backstory to that, backstory as well with that too. And so I'm gonna kind of condense it. Over the past 4 years, basically I just, really fast. Well, I'll say this first. I was in my past life, or one of my past lives, I was a man known as Cephas, also known as Simon Peter, translated into English in the Bible, who walked with Yeshua, or Jesus Christ. And then I'm here now, reincarnated in a new body. And so, having been that person, and then having lived 2 lives after that, and going into this one, this would be the 3rd life after being Peter that I lived. And there's a thing with DNA where you keep the experiences that you had before, and so the spiritual awakening and the spiritual journey were just like that for me. And I just grasped all these things very quickly. And so I started the journey, just, learning, understanding, meditating, connected to my higher self really fast, connected to my guides, started channeling, started, talking to light beings and extraterrestrials and whatever in my telepathic communication, and learned, and just learned and trialed and grew and strengthened, and then at some point in time, it probably has been the whole time, and I just figured that out. But God has not been talking to me or letting me know what has been happening. So I just realized as I'm speaking to you that Source itself, and not, people, we sometimes we go through our higher selves, we go through other guides, and there's just all these different levels of higher beings that we can go through between Source, in a sense. And so Source has basically been dealing with me this entire time. And has basically just been walking me kind of through my spiritual journey. And so that's what happened. And I've kind of been its student this whole entire time, for the last 4 years, or really 3 years and a little more. So at one point in time, I was told that I was Peter, and then later on I was told that the other disciples and our saints were reincarnated here, and that they're some of my friends and my family, and they're just different people, and they're reincarnated versions of different people, and then there are other associates or affiliates of Jesus, and myself, and these other saints that are just different people that are either, friends of my family or friends of my friends. And so we're just all kind of incarnated in this kind of group in Georgia, kind of randomly in a sense, but not actually though, because there is actual reincarnation or movement of geographical energies. You know, Jerusalem was Jerusalem back then, but now Jerusalem is Atlanta. And then in a few months, Jerusalem will be somewhere in California. And it does move around like that. The energy moves, but we keep the names and the locations or whatever as far as the illusion goes, the physical illusion. So, so that's the backstory. So, I'm talking with God, I'm talking with the higher realms pretty much all day, every day. And so, normally they don't give dates, they don't give deadlines. They keep certain things hidden, I guess, in a way. So, for whatever purposes they have, so that, you know, this reality stays intact in a particular way. But there's reasons and stuff like that, so that, you know, there's just order, particular order, and but I've been in the school for basically the whole time, but there's kind of like a crossing point where it got very intense, and I can actually say that it's been in school, or I became more conscious of it, where it just became so super challenging, and there's just all these different things happening, and well, it's kind of like God is being nice to me, because, you know, I've been going through this, and I've been wondering and screaming, you know, when is this going to end? And you know, so He's letting me know it will end, and it will end when the Galactic Federation gets here, and we're going to let you know the time, because I do get these kind of doubts and down points where I'm like, I'm going to be here forever. God is going to keep me here for multiple years, and I can't do that. I'm tired already, and I want to leave, and I'm going to damn kill myself if I don't leave this place. And that's kind of where it gets to. It really does. And so, you know, that's how challenging it is. So, I'm sorry, I'm going to get to the point about, you know, the Galactic Federation in a second. So one of the things is that, you know, the Bible, people will kind of try to use the Bible as, you know, trying to say that, you know, it says in the Bible that no man knows the hour that Yeshua will come. When the Galactic Federation comes, Yeshua is going to come at the same time, and that's Jesus. And so I don't know the hour. Nobody knows the hour, and no one, you know, there's just no way that anyone's going to know that. And so, and then there's one of those things where, you know, you get into potential realities and timelines and stuff like that, and it's according to your thoughts and emotions and how you're thinking reality is. So, you know, there's really no pinpoint in time. But as we close in on this this certain part of the cycle, as we get closer to this ending point, the time becomes more condensed. It condenses. The timeline collapses into more of a fine point, so that you can, you know, get I guess you can pinpoint it a little closer, a little more accurately. And so, you know, the time that I've been getting is November, and I've been trying to, you know, find all these different reasons about why that's not possible. You know, one of my main arguments to the higher realms, to God, is like, you know what, there's no way, because one of the Galactic Federation has been saying forever, we're coming down and blah blah blah, and then nothing happens. And so, you know, I'm looking at the Earth, and I'm looking at what they're saying. I'm like, okay, this doesn't add up. There's no way the Galactic Federation is going to come when the Earth is still pretty much completely sleeping. It's waking up a lot too, but it's just like, you know, you can go down the street anywhere and say Galactic Federation, people are like, what is he talking about? So, so they won't even let me agree to they won't. God is basically just like, it's November, and every time I think outside of it, He's like, look, you know, blah 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 blah, it's November, and that's just what it comes down to. So, so I'm kind of not even being allowed to think outside of that, you know, and so there's a reason for that. And well, I guess the reason really is because Angelina is there, and if I could compromise her life by not cooperating, because one of the things is that Angelina, we haven't met. She's my twin flame, and we haven't met, and I was ordained to meet her at a particular time space or a particular place, and so I have to go on that day. I have to go and see her at that place, and so anyways, for the other viewers who don't really know what I'm saying, the Galactic Federation is going to be here in November. God said it. There's really no way to get around that. The only thing we can do, it doesn't mean anything other than they're coming. I just want to let you know. It doesn't mean put up everything and just wait for the Galactic Federation. Still focus on your inner journey. Still do your work. Go to work. Stay at work. Whatever. Live your lives as though I never told you. Don't believe it if you don't want to believe it, and whatever else. Yeah. And let's see, what else do I want to say? The Galactic Federation is gonna be here soon. Yeshai is gonna come down, and you'll just see that. So, that's that. I appreciate it. Love you guys very much. Peace.